guys. I'll wait for people to come on in here. I gotta remember how to use this. Hey guys. So, I shared this story the other day. Hey Brooke, and you know, Brooke, you were one that actually replied to the story that I shared the other day about the cancer patient, the terminal cancer patient went to jail for using cannabis for her medicine. This is Valley OG from the Nirvana Center in Phoenix. And Brooke, you told me that you've gone to jail because you've used cannabis, or because you've tested positive for cannabis. I mean, I don't understand how anybody thinks that that is even remotely acceptable and not cruelty, and I'm appalled, sweetie. I am. You're fighting for legal too, Jared. Yeah, see, and I don't get it. I don't understand. I've had people lash out at me because of every excuse in the book. Like, you called your senator in Kentucky. That's good. I mean, I've had people lash out at me because I don't look like a cancer patient. And I certainly don't look like a terminal cancer patient. And I've had all kinds of comments about, oh, you're too cute, you're too whatever, and that's, cancer doesn't give a flying fuck what any of us look like. So, but, just, where is the humanity in any of this? I'm sorry. I don't understand this. At what point in time do we not look at all of those other cancer patients like our moms, or our dads, or our sisters, or our brothers, or anybody? How are we not looking at each other that way? How are we not? How are you guys sleeping at night when you're arresting these patients? I'm sorry, I have to know. You have to tell me. As a police officer, making these terminally ill patients do this kind of jail time, how do you sleep at night? I agree, Brooke. I'm with you, sister. I absolutely am with you, and I am so sorry for what you're going through, sweetie. I am so sorry. No, it needs to be legal for all, because I'm with Brooke. if it's not legal for all, I'm still using. I'm sorry. This is a human rights thing. This is a quality of life, guys. You don't get it. Everybody has the right to not be in pain. Everybody has the right to not be addicted to something so bad that, you know, their family and their friends don't want to be around them any longer. Everybody has that right to dignity at the end of their life. I am sorry. Everybody does. And it's just wrong. So wrong. So wrong on so many levels. I've had those nights of being so addicted to something and thinking that I'm asleep. And I'm getting up and I'm sleepwalking and I'm taking more and more opioids, and I consciously don't know, but my subconscious does. I have had the times that I have woken up worried that my kids were going to wake up without a mom because of opioids. I have, because of cancer, because of chemo, because of big pharma. I've had those times that I have woken up worried that my kids aren't going to have a mom because nobody cares anymore. Pharma doesn't care. Obviously, cops don't care. Politicians don't care. Doctors don't care. Yeah. I was on pain pills for a long time too, Jared. And I'm so glad that you are off. All of us need to be off, and sometimes it's really, really hard because weed doesn't help everybody. And weed doesn't help everything. And sometimes people just need to be out of pain. That's how it works. Sometimes the pain gets to be so hard to hold and so heavy to carry that you can't do it anymore. I know. I've been there. I've felt that pain. And, you know, I've seen what pain does to people, and I've seen what cancer does to people, and I've seen what hurting does to people. And you know something? Sometimes they are completely different beasts. Sometimes just that nurse coming over and putting her hand on your hand and saying, honey, I understand. It's okay. Sometimes that's the difference. It's just being remembered as human, as not a probe, as not something to be probed. We aren't here for other people's enjoyment or learning experience or just to see how much other people can take. Because sometimes the last thing that you want to know is that the last thing that person could take was something you said, or something you did, or something you happened to be a part of. When gotta talk for real, when I have better Wi-Fi, I'm only hearing parts. Well, guys, I hope you guys are really hearing and understanding right now, and if you're not, I really hope that you're able to replay and really get this, because we're all people. Doesn't matter who we are, what walk of life we come from, whether we're a girl, a boy, or whatever your gender is. I mean, I don't even know anymore. I'm sorry, I'm 43 years old. I'm still in the age of boy and girl. Sorry, it's just me. No offense to anybody. It's not what I'm here to do. But I am here to make sense sometimes. And this doesn't make any sense anymore, guys. It doesn't make sense. When we're going to our doctors and we're begging for help, and they don't hear us. I mean, I get it. Why should they hear us? I've been that addicted person too. I get it. They don't want to be the one that, is, aiding to the opioid epidemic. I understand. But at what point in time are we all gonna put down the freaking blame game and stop this shit? So we're putting our terminally ill in prison now. For what reason? What reason? The government really doesn't want us there because they don't want to pay for us. Because that's what would end up happening. Is then the government would end up having to support us. So that's really not what you want. But you want us to shut up and go away. That's not going to happen either, because more and more people are dying every day. Why? 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 I mean, we have chemotherapies that are laced with cancer-causing agents. We have medications that we're supposed to be giving to people to get better. And they're laced with cancer-causing medications. More and more of our families are getting sick. Do we not get this? Do we not see it? Or are we really going to close our eyes? We're going to just keep putting the blinders on. Cancer no longer looks like that obscure person. Cancer looks like all of us. Because all of us have been affected by cancer. All of us have been affected by this opioid pandemic. All of us. We have all of us have had addictions to something. We raised our kids addicted to something. We taught them. Just like our parents taught us. Do you really think that we did anything any differently than anybody else? No. Good people died every single day. Yeah, they do. They do want to have the power over the people, Jared. That is exactly true. But what point in time are we gonna stop this crap? Okay? I had an opioid addiction for a long time. I was that 90s mom. I wanted kids more than I wanted anything else when I was younger, just like every other 90s mom, because I was going to do it right. There is no way to raise kids right, guys. Sorry, there's not. You have good kids that go bad, and you have bad kids that go good. Okay? You have good people in all walks of life, and you have bad people in all walks of life. You have good people that want to help people, and you have bad people that want to help people. They just want to help people in different ways. And you don't know who you're looking at anymore. Because all of us can see what you want us to see, because we have that camera, we have that social media account, we can make our lives look like what we want to. We've all done it for decades. We grew up with social media. And the next generation and the next generation just gets more and more and worse at all of this, guys. Enough. It is time to stop this. Why are we putting our dying in jail? What are our dying doing to us? What are our dying doing to the population? That's what I want to know. Kyla, Sean, sweetie, I've missed you. So, I have to ask you guys seriously now. We've seen the cancer-causing agents in vaccinations for our kids. We've all seen what we've done. None of us are innocent of this. We've all succumbed and submitted at some point in time. So, yeah, I'm crying. I saw that lady that they put in jail because she had cancer and she was dying. And just because she was using cannabis. And it tears me apart. That is just so wrong. It's so wrong on so many levels. So it's gotta stop. I'm sorry, it's a stupid ass plant. It is a plant. It is a growing thing from Mother Nature, from God. And we're putting dying people in prison and in jail over this. Yes, it was for 2 or 3 days or whatever. But do you have any idea what that kind of stress does to a cancer patient or to a dying patient? Do you know what that does to them? It makes their life hell and then they have to deal with that. Then they have to deal with their body attacking them because now they're stressed out. And that's all it does. All it does is push them closer and closer at death. And I'm sorry, I don't agree with it. It's wrong. And if that's how we want to do it, all we're doing is allowing this narcissism to go through our politicians and our law-providing citizens. And yes, it's narcissism, guys. It's torture. Because they know what this does. They know what stress this does to our bodies. We can't handle it. It's wrong. And I'm sorry. But more states need to get on board with this, and they need to get on board quickly. Enough is enough. If you're so afraid of us that you're throwing us in jail, what does that say about you? It's sad when the sick have to be afraid. It's sad when the ill and the meek are no longer protected. And I don't accept that any longer. So I am asking all of you to share this video. I am asking all of you to hit up these social media sites and help them with supporting them, liking their videos, sharing them. Hit their YouTube pages up and subscribe. Enough is enough. Because when the well can't even protect our sick, I don't think that's a well I want to be a part of. I think dying would be better. And that's really sad. You know, we get on board with all of these things these days. You know, we want to get involved with other countries and how they treat animals and this is so wonderful. Our Olympic team came back, they adopted these animals when they went over, and I find all of this amazing, that there are these select few that will go out of their way to push and to promote. And that's what I'm asking of all of you now. Because it's no longer needed by a select few, it's needed by all. It's time to rise up and show people who we are, and that we are not this type of people anymore. That we are good people and that we protect each other, and that we can overcome just about anything. Even fear and uneducated and racism and bigotry and bullying. We can overcome all of this. And I have to believe that because I do want to live. I don't believe that people are genuinely mean and horrible and want to put dying people in jail. So it is time to take a stand, guys. You know what's right, because your heart tells you what's right. So I'm gonna ask you guys again. Hit those people that need those help. Get the information out. Start sharing. Subscribe to these people's channels. Help them. Don't let stupidity win. Enough is enough. Bye, guys. Peace.